Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I am bringing you guys another YouTube artist collective piece, and this one kind of gave me trouble, but before I get into that, let me just name all of the artists who are part of the YouTube artist collective. So our list has gotten pretty big, which is super exciting because I think the more people we have, the merrier. So of course we have Bailey J, Danica Sills, Art a la carte, Jellie Bee, Hollow Alice, Mira Byler, Chloe Rose, Christy Partridge, Sophia Liu, Zyra Banyes, Sakuums, and Lemia Crescent, and our newest member, which is Jenna Drawing. So I'm super excited, again, just to be doing another piece with all of these wonderful ladies. So yeah, the theme that we picked for this, or I guess that you guys picked, is Ocean World, and it gave me some trouble because I am honestly terrified of the ocean, you guys. Like, I know I've talked about this before, but I'm terrified of open spaces like outer space and the ocean. It's actually a genuine phobia, which is something that I learned. It's like the opposite of claustrophobia. It's the fear of like big, open, infinite spaces, and that is something I definitely have. So I was really struggling because it kind of felt weird for me to draw something happy in regards to the ocean, because my immediate thought was like, oh no. So I figured I would actually roll with that feeling, and I wanted to create something that was kind of creepy because I wanted to portray the fear of the ocean, so that is what I did. So I also think it's really interesting and scary how we have all of these fish creatures that have never seen the sunlight because the sunlight doesn't hit where they live, and part of that is also bioluminescence. So I thought that was like a really cool visual aspect to bring into the piece to make it look interesting. So I kind of combined those two ideas together with bioluminescent jellyfish and sort of a creepy, unnerving feeling, and then this is kind of what exploded out of my brain. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, actually. It was one of those like sessions where you're just in the studio and your brain just kind of shuts off and you just let your hand do whatever it wants, and it turned out really surprisingly good. I often tend to overanalyze these YouTube artist collective pieces because I feel really pressured to do something amazing because all the other artists in this collective are super amazing. And I find when I do that, I stress myself out too much and I end up not doing my best work. So for this piece, I also kind of wanted to go in sort of blind. So I did some very quick thumbnail sketches in my sketchbook just to get down the colors and how I wanted to bring across the bioluminescence part of it. But other than that, I kind of just went in and kind of did just whatever felt right, and this is what came out of it. So I'm definitely proud of this piece. I think this is my favorite YouTube artist collective piece that I have done. I also used a new medium for this. I am not super great at gouache just yet. I'm definitely still learning some things about it, but I wanted to use gouache for this piece to get across some of that bioluminescence that I couldn't quite get across with just watercolor. And I'm also happy about how the gouache turned out because honestly, I thought this would totally be a hit or miss. I was like, maybe I'll upload this for the collective, maybe not. So I'm pleasantly surprised that it turned out good enough that I wanted to use it for the collective. So that was really fun. I think one of the things I was struggling with most in terms of gouache was that I was using it like watercolor, but it's its own medium and it has its own way of reacting with things. So once I kind of got the watercolor aspect out of my head and just started playing with it, I kind of got more used to it than I have before in the past, because I used to really struggle with it and everything kind of didn't really come out right. So once I kind of got over that feeling of it's just watercolor, I learned how to use it a lot better. So what I did is I had a sketch that I sketched onto the final piece of paper that I was going to use, which is Blick brand watercolor paper. And I sketched it out, and then I went right in with the gouache and I did a really light coating of black. I knew that the black I wanted to look really dark, and I do darken the black later on in the piece. But I didn't want it to be too harsh in the beginning because I knew I was going to be coloring her skin and her hair and the jellyfish, but I also wanted the piece to look really cohesive, so I did a flat wash-ish. It's not a really good wash, it's basically just laying down some of that black color all over the piece, and then I worked on her skin, which I wanted to be pretty much all entirely blue to look like some of that jellyfish. And then I just went in with different layers of gouache and blending them together. I kind of like how it looks messy in some places because it feels more expressive, but I do want to learn how to blend gouache better and make it look more smooth in some of those transitions. But yeah, so then I also went in and added those jellyfish, and then from there I pretty much just kept layering different gouache colors in ways that made sense. I didn't exactly have a rhyme or a reason. I did have pictures of jellyfish pulled up on my computer though. I was working on this to make sure that I kind of got their shapes and their little tentacles correct. But I, again, didn't want to think too much on this piece, so I kind of just went right at it. But it was really fun and surprisingly calming for something that honestly gives me nightmares. So anyway, so this is a YouTube Artist Collective piece, which means I am selling this original over on my Store Envy shop. So if you are interested in the original, definitely go check that out. I will have prints as well. I do want to mention real quick that if you do order a print, it will be a couple weeks before I can get those sent out because I am currently in the hospital. So as you can probably guess, I am not going to be able to go to the post office anytime soon. So if you do want to buy a print from my shop, just keep that in mind that it will take a few weeks for me to be able to get to a point where I can get up and go to the post office again. But yes, so definitely please go check out all of the other ladies' YouTube Artist Collective piece. I know not everyone is participating this round. This was kind of a stressful month for a lot of us, and we all had kind of our own stuff going on. So some people have not participated in the ocean world, but they will be back for the next one. So I will have everyone's videos who are participating down in the description below. So go check out all their videos. From what I've seen, their stuff is amazing, and like always, it's just completely inspiring and blows me away with how just amazing and skilled and hardworking these people are. So again, I cannot say how happy and grateful I am to be part of this group because they inspire me on the daily with the work that they do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this piece. I do hope it creeps you out a little bit. I really wanted it to look unnerving, and that's pretty much all I have time to say in this video. So thank you guys oh so much for watching. Go check out my Store Envy, go check out the other collective pieces. If you're new to my channel from someone else in the collective, welcome to the Fairy Fam. I hope you subscribe, and I hope that you like this video as well. It helps the channel, so yeah. Thank you guys for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!